What's up, guys? This is Jay from Generation Geek, and today I'm coming to you guys with another top 5 video list. And today we'll be looking at the most powerful amalgamated characters to ever exist in Marvel Comics. Now, to get this out the way early, when I say amalgamated characters, no, I'm not talking about the amalgam universe in which DC crossed over with Marvel. No, I'm talking about the characters in Marvel who over time have gotten more than two mantles of power. And when I say mantles, I mean, you know, like the power of Thor, the power of Captain Marvel, or the power of the Ghost Rider, all at one time. So that will be the list that this is composed of. As always, if you guys are new here, please like, share, and subscribe, and join the Geek fam. We'll love to have you. Now, at an honorable mention, I had to put this guy on the list. It's not really what I would consider mantles of power, as he's just composed of many powerful beings. Onslaught was an astral psychic type entity that was combined from the anger of like Magneto and the mind of Professor X and that whole thing, but then he got even more power over time, of course, because he ended up absorbing Nate Gray, who is known to be probably the most powerful mutant to ever live, and also at that time the other most powerful mutant to ever live when he was a mutant, Franklin Richards. And he had all of these powers combined, and he was literally just like warping reality on like a grand scale. The man was able to like create stars and stuff like that. But again, I wouldn't consider those mantles of power, but he was an amalgamated being, so I thought he should be an honorable mention on this list. Now, to start the list officially, at number 5 we have Thunderbolt Ross. Yes, the Red Hulk Venom Spirit of Vengeance. Yes, you heard that right. In this one story arc that involved Blackheart and Mephisto and things like that, Thunderbolts basically got into this big brawl with Blackheart and this whole Hellscape type thing going on, which I think he was trying to take over Vegas or something like that. And so they were pretty much outgunned by Blackheart and his forces. And then it came to the point that literally the Red Hulk was fused with Venom and the Spirit of Vengeance and was literally riding on a hell cycle. We smashed for vengeance. It was like one of the coolest scans I have ever seen. It was just like super rock and super hardcore. Obviously a super powerful being. You got something like the Spirit of Vengeance, which is powerful enough to even stun characters like Galactus, and then you have the power of the Red Hulk, who's able to punch out you all to the Watcher, absorb power from Silver Surfer, beat up Thor. And then the Venom symbiote, as we can see with the whole King of Black storyline, we see the potential that the Venom symbiote actually has. And when you just merge all these characters together, you have one of the most powerful beings that we have ever seen in Marvel Comics. Then at number 4 we have Danny Rand. So y'all need like Danny Rand, when did he ever get the power of all these different characters? Well, in the Timeless series, which I believe comes out like once every year, it's like an annual book or whatever that kind of starts off what we are to expect from the Marvel Universe in the coming years, we had this whole fight between Luke Cage and seemingly Moon Knight, but the Moon Knight actually ended up being the original Iron Fist Danny Rand. Now this Danny Rand had the power of Stark Tech. He literally bought Stark Unlimited. He had the power and the mantle of Moon Knight, powered by Khonshu, and he also had the freaking Eye of Agamotto. So he had the power of the Sorcerer Supreme and had the ability to do magic on a super wide global scale, in which he was able to do whatever he wanted, obviously because he has the Eye of Agamotto. So I'm guessing he was the Sorcerer Supreme at this time, as Doctor Strange is known to be dead. He was truly super powerful. He had taken over the entire planet. All the heroes were gone. Everyone was dead for the exception of Luke Cage. So this guy definitely had to be on top of the list. Literally, you have Stark Tech mixed with magic, mixed with his fighting ability, and the mantle of Moon Knight, which basically makes him immortal and stuff like that, and the power of Khonshu. Yeah, this guy was on a different level for sure. Then at number 3 we have the Cosmic Ghost Rider. Yes, the Cosmic Ghost Rider of course had to make this list. Literally one of my favorite character designs of all time. You have the combat tactics of the one and only Punisher, Frank Castle. Then you give him the power of the Spirit of Vengeance of Ghost Rider. Again, so now you have this super tactical guy with the power of the Ghost Rider, which is a supernatural force that can literally, again, hurt beings like Galactus and other super powerful beings. Then you go and bring Galactus into the fray, and he gives this man the power cosmic on top of that. This guy was literally able to destroy an entire annihilation wave. Like literally, he didn't know how powerful that he really was. He forgets sometimes. And Thanos had to tell him, you do like some hellfire or something and get all of this stuff taken care of. And he's like, oh yeah, I forget I can do that sometimes. And unleashes this blast of hellfire that destroys the entire annihilation wave all by himself, while two Thanosides, while two versions of Thanos weren't able to overcome this horde and the Dark Silver Surfer. Cosmic Ghost Rider was able to literally destroy them all in one blast. He is so powerful that with each step he can destroy planets, and he has to gently walk across the planet and not to cause destruction. Like, this guy is on a planetary scale of power in which I have never seen. I believe he is probably the most powerful hero we have ever seen, probably next to Hero Thor. But again, Hero Thor only has pretty much 2 mantles, which is the power of Thor and the Odin Force, and then Galactus. So Thor didn't make this list, but he is an honorable mention as well. Other than that, I can't see any heroes as powerful as this Ghost Rider. Then at number 2, I never thought I would be saying this, but we have Luke Cage at number 2. Again, we go back to the Timeless issue in which Luke Cage was the last hero on Earth, and he was going up against Khonshu and Moon Knight, who at this time again was Danny Rand. And this Luke Cage was on a power in which he has never even been on before. Of course, he is Power Man, so he's Luke Cage, so we do know that he's already strong. He's like 60 or 70 tons. Sometimes he's shown to be higher, but we know that Luke Cage is strong and has the unbreakable skin. But then on top of that, you give him the Iron Fist. Yes, this same Luke Cage punched into the chest of Danny Rand and took out his heart in order to take the Iron Fist power, because that's how you get the Iron Fist power. You have to punch inside of a dragon, and Danny was his dragon. Then on top of that, you give him the power of the Hulk and the Green Door. Now, if you guys have been following the Immortal Hulk, this basically makes Luke Cage immortal. He cannot die. And then, of course, the angrier Hulk gets, the more powerful he gets. But then the icing on the cake is that he gets the power of the Sentry and the Void. This man is so powerful. He was literally able to one-shot this super powerful Khonshu, like literally by punching him through the heart. He's able to channel the power of the Void and Sentry, able to blast this Danny Rand, Moon Knight, and Khonshu with the power of both. He's able to use the power of the Iron Fist. All these different things are in this one Luke Cage. Now, of course, we know the Sentry was able to be Molecule Man. We all know the things that the Hulk was able to do. This just puts him literally on like the top tier echelon of power. So that when he punched through Khonshu and he seemed to have perished, you can literally see him come into the main 616 universe, in which Iron Man sees him as falling debris, and you can see him regenerating from a nervous system. Like, you see the green nervous system from just being the Immortal Hulk, being a Hulk, and you can see him come back to life. Like, he literally cannot die. I cannot wait to see more of this timeless Luke Cage. Then at number 1, we have no other than Doctor Doom. So this came from a Thor story arc, I believe it was by Jason Aaron, in which Doctor Doom had lived like these thousands of years, and he had accumulated all of this power from the Iron Fist. He had the Star Brand, which was able to literally kill a Beyonder, the Eye of Agamotto, and the Spirit of Vengeance. So not only does he have all this multiversal power from Doctor Strange and Star Brand, but he also has the Iron Fist and the Spirit of Vengeance, as we have already covered already, on top of already being Doom. He even says that I have all of this power on top of being Doom. This man was able to go toe-to-toe with a Phoenix Power Old Man Logan, also a Odin Force King Thor, which is at this time was the oldest god to have ever lived, and he literally was fighting both of them evenly, destroying the both of them, and they could not kill him, to the point that Wolverine had to sacrifice himself and put the Phoenix Force inside of Mjolnir. And then even after that, Doom and Thor fought beneath the earth for over 100 years, until eventually at one point Thor came out the victor. But the power that this man had was just crazy. Again, we had the power of the Star Brand, the mystical prowess of Doctor Doom, on top of having the Eye of Agamotto and the Spirit of Vengeance. Like, he was literally able to hit Thor with the Pen and Stare. Like, bro, this man was on a whole nother level. And that is our list. Did you guys know of any of these characters, and do you think there are any amalgamated characters in the Marvel Universe that I have forgotten? Leave those in the comments below. And if there's any top 10 or top 5 lists you would like to see me do, also leave that in the comments below. As always, if you guys are new here, please like, share, and subscribe, and join the Geek fam. We will love to have you. As always, I have been Jay from Generation Geek. Y'all be blessed, and peace.